Do I have the book? I'm looking for the book of angels and ancestors. Welcome back, Libras, and whoever was drawn here from any other channel, or you are a different zodiac sign. So we're going to look at how you're feeling before the solar eclipse. We're going to do a little check-in here. We're going to use several decks, and I'm going to go only towards what I'm called to intuitively. So as we open up the reading and as we talk together, as we share, because the comment section is open for you guys today, we are going to see through angels and ancestors, but on the split is a message. Okay, I'm hearing here like artful music. You could be listening to people too right now on your podcasts or on your playlists of particular artists that you're not necessarily drawn to for emotional health. Okay, I picked that up like immediately as I split the deck. I just felt that a couple of you are drawn to maybe artists you've never listened to. We got Magic Guardian, Unlock the Magic Within. A lot of hidden talents are coming out under the guise of the solar eclipse. So basically what happens for 4.5 minutes is the eclipse covers right over the sky. It's almost like a blacking out event in some parts of the world, not all. You will reach a truth during this time. You might already be feeling that the truth is taking place in your life after you've learned about a relationship. Could even be with self, because this angel can be you unlocking your talents. Many of you, it's spiritual. Others of you, it's very creative and artistic. And some of you, it's both. Okay? Very good, Libra. Good spot. There's a knight, be brave and honest. Very much about your story. Retell your story in a new way. It's time to share. It's time to open up your gifts too. What I see here is like, do you guys remember there's a story in biblical times with the three magi's, and they bring gifts when they go to visit the baby Jesus for the first time. So they bring frankincense and myrrh, and they present it in a way where it's given as a spiritual gift. It's a spiritual totem. So I feel here that those are coming out as you. You have these elements to you, whether it's fire, whether it's the earth inside of you. And I feel like it's a plentiful time that's going to open up after the 8th. So this probably was a very rough period that you've just gone through. And I do feel for you because, of course, we all feel the solar eclipse. We are all tied together in a community where everything is felt, depending on. Also, if your chart is very heavy in water, you could be more emotional than another sign, right? So it says here, be brave and honest with the story that's being told. I do feel like someone needs to hear it. It's like you need to share a part of what you've gone through. If this is an extension of no communication, because when we meet here every morning, there's always something that brings out of your soul something different. It's always a different element, a different quadrant of you. So there's unlocking of gifts for sure. Also, many of them can be creative and spiritual. So with this knight here, it almost seems like you have a masculine guardian as well. If I flash the two cards, when you read this deck, it can speak of an ancestor that's much like you down the lineage. So think of people like this in your life as well, in your ancestry. Okay? All right, so we had one on the splitter. I'm just going to read the splitter before I get flippers. And we do have the Shaolin Master. Last night I was watching a new Netflix show. It's called, with my family, I was watching it where the name is called Warrior. And Bruce Lee, they based it on Bruce Lee's like old writings, his old storytellings. It says, be graceful in movements and in your actions. He's holding also a praying mantis. Some of you could have seen more insects lately outside of your home. I saw a gray praying mantis last week with my brother's children. And usually they're very, very wisdomous animals, right? They're attached to like monk, almost like a monk-like behavior is how I would put it. Very peaceful. So it says be graceful in your movements at this time and your actions. I think both of these like masculine cards are definitely you moving with swiftness, not taking any old baggage. So remember, what you bring through the solar eclipse does go with you. Okay, be sure that you've tied up loose ends here. Also, like what I do is I practice saying goodbye. I say goodbye to the past. And that's something I can share with you because it's worked through other full moons and new moons. Next one is snake. It says, shed your old skin. So if you remember in the desert, they released like this old costume of what they were, right? I think that's exactly capturing what's going on through this solar eclipse. It's like you're releasing an old part of yourself that is not the narrative currently. So you can't take that with you to the new chapter. I mean, obviously you could, but I don't think you want to. There's a new rebirth state of whom you are. And we're going to find out right now what that is with a shuffle. So if you lead me, please, from the snake card, what is our Libran changing into from the no communication reading? Also, we see a lot of insects here and like reptiles from the praying mantis and the Shaolin card. And I feel like you're teaching others as well. There's something coming through about your knowledge and what you're able to give someone else. And sharing your story can actually make someone not repeat or go down that same road, right? So that's interesting that you're beginning to speak out about it, like throat chakra. Also here in the green is very intellectual, very connected, very 3D, okay? But it's also super spiritual with earth, right? Because grass is green, and we see a little bit of your intellect shining through with grounding work. So what is this panning out to be for the Libra? Thank you. Nice turnover. Very, very nice. Stargazer. All right, so he's holding a wand, but he's out in astrology. He's very much about to discover something, and this could have already happened for many of you. So when I pull up a card, it could have already happened, or this is what you're about to step into. It says set your sights higher than where it's actually at this time. You're meant to go out and adventure and catch something spotty, you know, something different in your life. And I think you're about to find that reveal. Can even be something that you're surprisingly very, very good at, that you've always maybe been good at. So the Stargazer is about discoveries. Also, the boundaries are set at a very high plane. You might want to be, I don't know, going through something at this time where you want to excel in something great, or those are the thoughts and feelings. What's the growth that's going to happen in this next coming chapter, April to May? Thank you. There's a couple of drops, and I like the way that they floated on by. Here's your messages. So we have a feather. In the third eye class, this was the type of vision I got on arrival the first few minutes. This is the type of feather I saw in meditation. So let's read it. And I'm just going to share because maybe you guys are into feathers or you're seeing them lately. You are not alone. There's a guardian angel around you. You are not alone. There's someone in the lineage that's helping you through. They want you to pass through this eclipse with a successful mindset. They love you too much to where they don't want you to repeat something karmic or a possible relationship with someone that just didn't pan out. It was unlucky, or it's not a part of your future karma. So you are not alone. You're very protected throughout this reading. Lots of ancestors that show up that are very powerful. Also, like you're the dreamer too in Stargazer. You dream so big, Libra. I think that you just want the best for your situation, single, coupled, whatever the situation is. I'm also getting 222. Some of you could be seeing 1111 and 1212 as some angel numbers, and very vehemently 333. I definitely see here a connection to a guide. So Shapeshifter is another card that you have here. You're going into a new era, changing shape, not only, but it's an emotional changing shape too. I'm going to read it to you because you might be curious what it actually says. Transform and unveil your gifts. It's going through a time where you look different. Your appeal is different. Your zeal to others is different. It's a maturation of growing up for many of you who, I don't know, in the past, maybe didn't think that this would shape you, and it has down to your core. So what's going through here is a physical and emotional change. It will set the precipice for your spring, and I'm gonna try to slow it down here. Stay rooted and grounded. That green again shows up with your last card. I knew it was significant in some part of today's meeting. I knew the green was going to keep showing up, and I'm just going to pull it a little closer to the viewfinder. I feel like this is a little mix of magician, and it's also a little bit of, oddly enough, I see the Ace of Pentacles in this card. I see that there's going to be something taking shape where you get offers, and it's a different season of surprise in your life. Also, maybe something more permanent that stays with you. Okay, so we clean up there. Those were your beginning messages from angels and ancestors. Let's get the major love cards out for today. I don't know what I'm going to use. I have the Baroque right here. Let's draw the primary cards from the Baroque. I'm just going to get a couple out. These were saged. Let's see here. First message is the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, the Star with Aquarius. I definitely think that you are this combo. So someone is attracted to the way you, I was going to say the way you earn, the way you move. Very, very beautiful. The Star card. Something is healed today for you. Something is healed. Can I see the Star card? How do I describe that? Thank you. Just going to grab it. Eight of Swords, feeling trapped. Maybe even here, isolated from others. You do feel connected more to the public or more to society. I feel like you're not as trapped as what you originally thought. This message is from the Star card. So we asked how you're healing. You don't feel as trapped as maybe you thought you were. In a situation, you can move a little bit more with mobility, is what I get. And I'm going to grab, this one's full, but there's some like reversed. I definitely do have to give it a shuffle. So just give me a second, Libras. For the main messages today, can we see what it is, please? For the beautiful Libra sign and the collective drawn here. Can I get some flippers for the main messages that are today? Thank you. The 10 of Wands, a period of struggling, is finally over. So this card, the 10 of Wands, is funny because all it means is that you've already gone through it. The 10s are the last step before something changes. Something goes up from here. So that's going on in the current. A little bit of burdensome feelings, or you've protected yourself from burdensome feelings. We also have the Knight of Pentacles. You're going to move slow as a single. For my singles, working towards something that does enhance your personality or your connections. I feel here like friendships do come in for you after you release this. So there has to be a complete release of the 10 of Wands. What else is the messages for today? Beyond the Star card. Thank you. King of Pentacles. He keeps coming out. Do you guys see between the two videos? King of Pentacles. Someone around you with a lot of abundance. I feel like they were connected to you romantically. That's how I want to describe this King of Pentacles. Or you were married to them previously. It's something about like a relationship, and it feels like it wants reignition. That's how I see him. But we're going to get a clarifying card, okay? The 5 of Cups, yeah, definitely in the pre-shuffle, for sures. We have remorse, regret. Somebody does not like the way that they treated you. And it's almost like they're disappointed with themselves. It's like, I'm getting a feeling of someone that's like, wow, that was really me. Like that's what they're saying. So tie that in with where it makes sense, Libra, but it's coming in as a person that wishes they didn't do that to you. 5 of Cups. And also like, I feel like they're protective even of coming toward you. They want to say the right things. We have the 6 of Pentacles with Taurus. It can actually be a Tauran. All right. This is their card, and it's about generosity and coming back to you, delivering generosity into your life. Because I feel like somebody wants to pay you back with kindness. I see that from the pizza also to the 5 of Cups. And you see we drew very minimal cards to get the emotions out. So you could be feeling their heaviness in a way. Can I get a card for Libra too? Can I get something going on with the Star? Can I get a matcher to the Star? Thank you. The Emperor. You bossed up. You did something very, very different. Maybe the road less traveled. Excuse me. Different road here where you're picking to choose yourself. I choose me is what I hear. I choose me. So the Page of Swords, somebody is watching what you're doing today, or they're very curious about you. This is different. I feel like this Page of Swords is different from the King of Pentacles. They could be younger. It comes in as love too. This Page of Swords comes in as a love or potential or somebody who had liked you in the past. They're very, very curious about what you spend your time in. So it's very particular, but it's here. And the Magician. So in the Oracle, in the very beginning, after the snakeskin shedding. After you saw that divine masculines and feminines, we see that you're manifesting a brand new outcome. This is where I see you pushing through. These two cards are very heavy to be asking of your energy. They're very staunch, Emperor to the Magician. So they're like powerhouse cards. And I feel like you're taking control. Your guides want you to be here. This is the type of vibration. Emperor to the Magician. What are they manifesting? Can I ask what Libra is manifesting, please? The Chariot. To move. I heard to move ahead, almost as a yelled effort there. To move ahead, to move on. Rightfully so. If this is you, I feel like you deserve it. I feel like you deserve all the beautiful things in life. And there is somebody cheering you on. Like almost, I'm sensing the Page of Swords is even cheering you on in this read. Who are they? How can we define the Page of Swords? Wow, that was very fast. 10 of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They could have water in their chart or it's ascendant highly somewhere. Could be a Pisces. They're very happy for you. Someone has been very happy to meet you the last few days is also how I want to put that. They connect to your story in some way. Someone here bonds because of something familiar is how I want to tell you that. How else does this Page of Swords see Libra? You're also wish fulfillment to them and the Four of Wands. So this person wanted a commitment. They might still, because the Four of Wands is very, very present. They wish they would have done, it's coming out like the no communication reading for sure. It's the same channel. This person wish they would have done you right. Okay, that's the biggest regret. As they move through the solar eclipse, this is what they're thinking about, is the potential Four of Wands that could have been had. This also can be a new commitment that you moved on to, because as you read, it can be several ways. So the Chariot can actually be you moving on to an actual physical new Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, because that's our card. It could also be a new Cancer coming together with one. What is going on here in the overall lesson? The Six of Wands, success. So you get a Leo card here. It doesn't mean you're dealing with one. It's just the energy of Leo in the card. So success is going to happen. That's projected outcome and a little bit more rest. There's also a personal success that you're going through on your own. It can be metaphysical. I see that. There's almost like very spiritual success here at the end with you as a solo, as a person who's reached that without any help, right? So this is like the coming home, I would call it. It's the arrival of the homecoming. Okay, what are they working on project-wise? What are my Libras really into at this time? Can be anything, but I just want to see what pops out for you. What pops out today? Eight of Wands. You've been working on your communication, talking to new people. Again, this is like a networking card. The Eight of Wands is about messages. So you've been communicating positively during this time. A lot of you have maybe even made new contacts. And I see also it can be read as you moving on to a new relationship. You may have even been talking to someone to gather. The Four of Wands is also gathering and celebrations, or you are going to some this afternoon. So this is coming up. This is a big card that you might want to study today and look at, which is the Four of Wands and the Six. I would go ahead and say is your conclusion. I do want to thank you for your beautiful, very valued time. I just want to check the bottom of the deck here of the Baroque where I left it. The Five of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the Lovers, and the King of Swords, next to the Queen of Swords. So there's a relationship here that matched intellectually between two people. Libra's there. And I also think that Page of Swords too. It's like in sequence of what I just read to you. Page of Swords, Ace of Wands. But I feel like your guides are pushing you to try something new in the meantime, before you make any like brash decisions. And that's how I want to leave this video, because there's a kernel of happiness that happens when you choose you. Okay, and this journey that's about to onset before the solar eclipse, which is exciting. I want to thank you for your time. I will see you guys later, of course, and be healthy, happy. Go enjoy your day.